Lower your voice. What if everything you know about human history is wrong? What if the greatest civilizations on Earth were not discovered, but forgotten? Stones cut with precision modern machines still struggle to match. Maps that remember continents before ice buried them. Artifacts buried in time where humans were never meant to exist. Tonight, we step beyond accepted history into the evidence that was never meant to survive. History tells a comforting story that humanity began in darkness, that we slowly learned fire, then farming, then writing, then science. That progress moves in one direction, forward. But history, when closely examined, does not behave like a straight line. It collapses. It resets. It erases itself. Across the earth, scattered like bones beneath the soil, are remnants of a past that does not fit the timeline. Not myths, not legends, physical evidence. And every time these discoveries surface, the same thing happens. They are ignored, redefined, or quietly buried again. This is not accidental. This is forbidden history. Chapter 1: Stone that Defies Time. High above the modern world, in the Andes Mountains of Peru, stands Sacsayhuaman. At first glance, it appears to be a ruined fortress. But when you approach the walls, something feels wrong. The stones are enormous, some weighing more than 120 tons. They are cut into irregular shapes, yet fit together so perfectly that not even a razor blade can slide between them. There is no cement, no binding agent, only stone locked to stone. Geologists confirm the material is andesite, a volcanic rock harder than iron. Even with today's technology, shaping it this precisely would require industrial machinery. So how was this done? Mainstream explanations claim ancient builders used stone hammers and copper tools. But experiments have shown this would take thousands of years for a single block. And yet, entire cities were built this way. Travel now to Egypt. Stand before the Great Pyramid of Giza. It is not just a tomb. Its base is leveled to within 2 centimeters across 230 meters. It is aligned to true north with precision unmatched until the invention of satellites. The internal granite blocks, each weighing up to 80 tons, were quarried hundreds of miles away. Granite cannot be cut cleanly without hardened steel or diamond tools. Yet the cuts are smooth, mathematically perfect, cold. Inside the pyramid, drill holes exist with spiral grooves indicating speeds modern drills struggle to replicate. This is not primitive architecture. This is lost engineering. And the most unsettling part? The ancient Egyptians themselves claimed they did not build these structures. They said they inherited them. Chapter 2: The Silence Before Civilization. History insists civilization began around 6,000 years ago, but the Earth disagrees. Beneath the waters off the coast of India lie the ruins of Dvarka. Stone streets, foundations, and walls submerged beneath the ocean. Carbon dating places them at over 9,000 years old. That predates known civilization by millennia. In Japan, the Yanaguni Monument rests underwater like a sunken temple. Terraces, staircases, sharp, geometric angles carved with intention. Natural formation, we are told. Yet no known geological process creates right angles and symmetrical platforms. Across the globe, ancient texts speak of a time before time. The Sumerian king lists records rulers who reigned for tens of thousands of years. Egyptian records describe dynasties before the first dynasty, beings who ruled when the world was different. These are dismissed as mythology, but myths often begin as memory. What if civilization did not slowly rise, but catastrophically fell? Ice cores reveal evidence of global floods, massive solar events, and sudden climate collapse around 10 to 12,000 years ago. A reset, a wiping clean. And when survivors emerged, history began again. Chapter 3. Objects that break time. They are called OOPArts, out-of-place artifacts. Objects found where they should not exist, in layers of earth where humans were never supposed to be. In 1912, a hammer was discovered in Texas, encased in solid rock. The rock was dated to hundreds of millions of years old. The handle was partially fossilized. Metal analysis revealed advanced forging techniques. Who was using tools before mammals even existed? In South Africa, miners uncovered metallic spheres, perfectly round, balanced, and etched with parallel grooves. They were found in rock layers dated to 2.8 billion years ago. Not random, not natural. Then there is the Antikythera mechanism. Recovered from a shipwreck, it was once dismissed as debris, until scientists realized it was a machine. A complex system of bronze gears designed to track eclipses, planetary movements, and astronomical cycles. A computer 2,000 years before computers should exist. History calls an anomaly, but anomalies do not exist in isolation. They exist in patterns. Chapter 4. Maps that remember the forgotten world. In 1513, Ottoman Admiral Pierre Rees compiled a map. It showed coastlines of Africa and South America with astonishing accuracy. But there was something else. A landmass at the bottom. Antarctica, ice-free. Seismographic analysis confirms the coastline matches Antarctica beneath the ice. But Antarctica has been frozen for at least 6,000 years. So where did this knowledge come from? Pierre Rees himself wrote that his map was copied from much older sources. Sources no longer in existence. Other ancient maps by Orontius Phineas and Mercator show similar detail. Longitude measured accurately centuries before longitude was officially solved. Someone mapped the world when it was different. Someone remembered. Chapter 5. Why this knowledge was buried. History is written by survivors, but also by rulers. Knowledge is power, and dangerous knowledge is often destroyed. The Library of Alexandria burned, taking untold ancient knowledge with it. Sacred texts were labeled heretical. Stone records were dismantled and reused. What if history was simplified, not because it was unclear, but because it was too threatening? A past that proves humanity has fallen before does not inspire obedience. It inspires fear. The earth is ancient. Humanity is fragile. And history is not what we were taught. The stones remember. The oceans conceal. And the maps whisper of a world erased. This was only part 1. Because the deeper we dig, the more it becomes clear. We're not the first civilization to rise. And history may already be preparing to forget us too. As we descend into the shadows of history, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. The past is far stranger, darker, and more mysterious than we are ever told. Stones heavier than imagination, maps drawn before ice covered the continents, machines buried in the earth long before humanity could have forged them. They are not mistakes nor fantasies. They are evidence that our world has been shaped by forces, knowledge, and civilizations that have been erased from memory, hidden in the folds of time. Every whisper of forgotten cities, every relic that defies explanation, every record that refuses to fit the story we are taught, they speak of a world we barely understand. A world where humans are not the first to rise, and perhaps not the last to fall. They remind us that history is alive, and it remembers. It remembers what we try to forget, and it waits quietly, patiently, for those brave enough to seek it. Here, on Dew of Dread, we do not shy away from the dark corners of our past. We confront them. We question. We explore. Because only by acknowledging the forbidden, the erased, the inexplicable, can we begin to see the true shape of the world and the place of humanity within it. If the mysteries of the past call to you, if the whispers of forgotten civilizations awaken your curiosity and ignite your imagination, do not turn away. Subscribe to Do of Dread. Turn on notifications. Step with us into the shadows where history bleeds into legend, and legend bleeds into truth. The world hides its deepest secrets for a reason, but together we will uncover them. Together we will face the dread, and together we will remember what the world tried to forget.